What up, Gators? Today we will be reading the description of the lost episode, Thomas Gets Scrapped. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy the video. I used to work for the Brit Allcroft Company to be a test viewer for the Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends show, which is now just called Thomas and Friends. I first got my job around 1996 and officially retired in 2002 due to Brit's passion project, Magic Railroad flopping, caused by the American team, and the company, which was later named Ghislaine, being bought by Hit. However, I remember seeing a very scary episode that traumatized everyone but Brit. Was she the one behind this? I don't really know. It all started when we received the copy which was supposed to be the episode, A Better View for Gordon. However, instead me and the other viewers discovered it was actually a cancelled episode that was originally going to be the finale. It looked like that cancelled episode must have been finished by the producers, writers, etc. So anyway, the episode started with Thomas being stuck in a crane for some reason. We then see the title card. Thomas Gets Scrapped. Every one of us were confused, except for Brit. Instead, she was laughing. I thought to myself, didn't she mean to laugh because it was impossible for the main star, Thomas, to get axed, or did she do it on purpose? The episode then finally started with Thomas shunting trucks in the yards of Knapford Station as Michael Angelis, the narrator, said. It was a beautiful day on the island of Sodor, and Thomas was working in the yard, bumping trucks into their places. Just 2 more trucks and I'll finish the job, Thomas said cheerfully, as he continued to shunt the rolling stock. The narrator then said, just then, the Fat Controller came to make an announcement for Thomas. He had a very serious look. The Fat Controller said, Thomas, I have some sad news. I'm afraid you are not very useful anymore. I've talked with other railway controllers about this and we all came to the decision that you are going to have to get scrapped. Thomas then gasped, but sir, why? Why are you scrapping me when I work my hardest to be really useful, said Thomas, but the Fat Controller interrupted him. Because after all of these tests, you failed every single one. On the other railway, the authorities are scrapping and putting other steam engines out of service in way for more modern, technologically advanced diesel and electric engines, this island included, which means that your fate is unfortunately sealed. The Fat Controller left the yard, and shortly after that, Thomas started to cry. It cut to static for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds of static, it cut to Thomas at Tidmouth Sheds. Most of the other steam engines on the island were all asleep, except Thomas. His shed door was open as Thomas was peeking out, sorrowfully. Thomas then said, I can't believe it. I'm getting scrapped. After lots of hard work, and also accidents and crashes over the years, I'm getting scrapped. What have I done to deserve this? The episode then cut to black for about a second. It then cut to Thomas at the smelters, with Ari and Bert laughing. Bye-bye, Thomas, cried Ari. You deserve to be scrapped, cackled Bert. Then here's when the disturbing things happen. Thomas's face got cut off. All of us, including me, saw blood and guts with organs with a brain, a pair of teeth, human eyes, etc. inside him. It was like a human being inside of a steam locomotive. The Fat Controller then said in a sad voice, and there we have it. Our Thomas is now gone. And he sighed and walked away. Ari and Bert continued laughing. James and Percy were secretly watching Thomas's demise unfold. They felt sad for the loss of the little blue tank engine. You know, James, said Percy, I'm a bit sad about Thomas getting scrapped, and now he's gone. He started sobbing, while James tried to comfort him. Me too, replied James. It was fun working at the railway with him, but now, it's all over. The times that we've had have changed. Then James started tearing up as well. The Fat Controller walked up and tried to cheer them up. Don't worry, everything will be okay. We always need to accept change, even if it's hard to do it. We need to move on. And I've ordered a brand new engine from the other railway to help us instead, and be our new number 1, but right now, we've got to go. Okay then, sir, replied Percy as he calmed down. As the 2 engines chuffed away, The camera slowly panned away from the scrapyard, and then the narrator then said in a depressing voice, "And that's how Thomas got scrapped. I can't take this anymore." Then the narrator burst into tears. It then cut to what used to be Thomas. His wheels were completely removed, his coal bunker was gone, his whistle, lamp and lamp irons were removed as well. He didn't look like an engine at all. Instead, he looked like a bunch of rusty, old scrap metal in the shape of a steam engine. After the fade to black, a message flashed in the TTTE bed in bold condensed font as the screen was buzzing. "You were next, kids. Everyone should have the same fate. Kill your family, then do the honor yourself, because we are all steam engines." Then the credits rolled. However, the background was the same rusted Thomas from before. All of the viewers, except for me, were in horror. I thought, my gosh, whoever thought this was a good idea to finish this cancelled episode is completely out of his mind. Quote, "Now we all said, no, this should not be on air." However, Brit objected and then the episode strangely aired on an planned TV station named KTV. When I plopped on the couch, I switched the channel to ITV1, which was conveniently airing its children's block. While watching, during the end credits of an unrelated show, a strange caption card popped up. "Brand new episodes of Thomas and Friends on KTV, all Thomas all the time." Quote, "After the block's ident, the episode, Thomas and the New Engine, played, but the nightmarish one was still in my head the whole time. So I watched the episode and it scared me twice. Then, I got a newsletter saying that Yorkshire was eradicated due to this message, and the episode was never to be seen again. Why is the show still airing? It was because children stopped the horror and Brit got out of her mental sickness. I had nightmares from this episode for weeks. But now, looking back to the episode to this day, it was disturbing. Then, a few years after the encounter, December 12, 2015, to be exact, I found what appeared to be a VHS tape of this disturbing episode. The quality on this tape was very bad. Then I thought it would be on a video cassette. I never thought an episode of a show like this could be disturbing. So, in conclusion, if you see a VHS tape that claims to contain a lost episode, avoid it at all costs, unless you want to go through the same pain as I did. Thanks for watching. And please, if you do find the lost episode, avoid it at all costs, or else.